Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. I am Nadeem Khan from JK College. Today, my lesson is about the class 11, first year, chapter number 2, atomic structure. This is the first topic of this chapter. The title of this topic is cathode ray experiment, or the discharge tube experiment, or discovery of electron. You can have any one of these questions in exam. So, how this experiment was performed and what was concluded by this experiment? Actually, by this experiment, the scientists discovered electron. So, electron was discovered by this experiment. Actually, this experiment was started by the William Crookes and few of his colleagues. But later on, this was excellently demonstrated by the J.J. Thomson. So it is remembered with the J.J. Thomson. Although there are some contribution from the William Crookes and other. So what is this setup? Actually, I am coming toward this. This is a glass made tube. It's a glass tube, just like you have a tube light at your home. So this is a glass tube which has two metal plates, this and this one. These are called electrodes. One plate is connected with the negative terminal of the battery. This is called cathode. And the other is connected with the positive terminal of the source. This is battery or source. So the electrode which is connected to the positive terminal of the battery is called anode. First of all, they used normal air inside the discharge tube. There's a normal air. Air molecules are these. And applied high voltage of 10,000 to 20,000 volts. So when they applied the high voltage in air, nothing was seen because air is a bad conductor of electricity. So they adjusted a special instrument or equipment here which is known as vacuum pump. What is the job of the vacuum pump? It pumps out all of the gas or air, whatever is present inside the discharge tube. So when they pump out the gas or air from this discharge tube, the pressure inside the discharge tube is highly reduced. So under the reduced pressure, then they pass the such high voltage. So the vacuum pump was started and they roundabout evacuate the tube. So when the pressure was highly reduced, you know the normal pressure is 760 mm of Hg when normal air is here. But the pressure inside the tube was reduced to 0.001 mm of Hg. In some books, 0.0001 millimeter of mercury, Hg. So under such a highly reduced pressure, again they applied this high voltage. So the J.J. Thomson observed some rays were originating from cathode and they were traveling towards anode. As these rays were originating from cathode, he named these rays as cathode rays. Later on, experiment shows that cathode rays are nothing but they are fast moving electrons. So G.J. Stoney later on used the term electron for the cathode rays. So actually cathode rays are actually electrons. Remember that the nature of cathode rays depends upon the nature of electrode, nature of glass, but is independent of the gas used inside the discharge tube. If you use the helium gas, neon gas, whatever do you use, whatever gas or air you use, cathode rays will be produced. This means cathode rays or electrons, they are present in all types of matter. So we concluded that cathode rays or electrons are the fundamental particles of matter. They are present in all types of matter, whatever the gas is used. But the color of the glow which is produced inside the discharge tube, it depends upon the nature of glass, color of glass. Okay, so few factors. It depends on few factors. Thank you. This was something about the discharge tube experiment.